It is I. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Egov. I'm back to back like Drake. We going back to back. Shout out to the Scorpion album, you heard? Listen, y'all gonna get this work. I guarantee you. Men's Warehouse shit. I guarantee you. Listen, I told y'all this is not what you wanted. We gonna work harder than the competition. We gonna work smarter than the competition. And we gonna reveal that truth one way or the motherfucking other. They said this old fucking dude told me more than one way to skin a cat, more than one way to shoot a gat. When we ride, everybody cry. This is how we do it. I told y'all this is not what you wanted. Yeah, it looks like Danny Garcia, Sean Porter's for September 8th, I believe. Listen, I'm sick of the fans, and as long as we have this going on in decent enough amounts, we gonna keep talking about it and keep talking about it. You know what I mean? And that's just the reality of the situation. Just know, some of y'all ain't thinking straight. The more you keep doing what you're doing, putting out falsehoods, the harder we work, the smarter we work, and the worse it makes you look in the end, because the world sees it. I'm gonna bring up points that I know other people I haven't really heard anyone bring up, like the title of this video, and we're gonna talk about it. So just know that. You gonna hang yourself, I'm just giving you the rope. Ego, I'm doing reporting news in El Salvador, and I do print and video. If you need freelance work, let me know. First article is free. Shout out to you, I appreciate that. I'm out here grinding. I see you grinding. That's good, man. Represent, gang. Let's get it. Let's talk about it. You know, it's just it. I'm gonna quote Eminem. Eminem says, "There's a whole nother side. I wanted to not show you so you know you're not dealing with some fucking marshmallow, little soft yellow punk pussy whose heart's jello. I wanted to not show you." Like Roy Jones said, I didn't want to do this, but y'all made me. I didn't want to have to go back to the old Ego, because I would have killed that boy by mistake. Like Eminem said, show you a whole nother side. I wanted to not show you so you know you're not dealing with some little fucking marshmallow, little soft yellow punk pussy whose heart. I wanted to not show you. But now, they didn't want to let shit die down, so now they gotta lie down. Bars. Let's say it again. I said they didn't want to let shit die down, so now they gotta lie down. And that's just what it gotta be, the Ego Army way. Listen, if people said what it was, kept it a buck, said, damn, you got this one, we'll get you next one, difference of opinion, blah, 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 cool. It would have been that. But that's not what they want to do. So, like I said, as long as we have this resistance, I'm going to make it my business to work harder and smarter to eradicate all y'all motherfuckers. All of y'all. I don't make promises I don't plan on intending to keep. So, it's going to be what's going to be. We're going to get started shortly. I just thought of some more points because, like, listen, I'm going, it's the most cowardly shit ever. I'm going on looking at videos, and it don't hurt me. I don't feel the type of way. I've been doing this so long. But the thing is, when I'm doing these live streams, you have the opportunity to talk your shit, I talk my shit. We see where the opinions are, see what we agree with, what we disagree with. It's that level of interaction. You know what I'm saying? They purposely wait because they know the hot seat. They know the routine. They know. And a lot of these dudes wait, and it's like every time I get off a live stream, I get a flood of comments about, oh, you suck. Somebody just wrote something. He said, oh, whoom, your mama raised a bitch, you a bitch, and all extra shit. So, like I said, we go back to work. There still will be justice out this motherfucker. I promise you that. It ain't no skin on my back. I don't have to keep building accounts. I'm getting paid off doing this all. It don't hurt me. It don't hurt my credibility or anything. And people, listen, just listen to what people say. Go to Anthony Joshua's page. That was the homework. Look at his last post and just go read the comments. Somebody copy and paste the last few comments from his page or just summarize what you've seen. You know, people aren't doing that on my page. People ain't like, oh, Ego, you're da-da-da. There's a couple of people who say stuff, but they're not backing it up. People are telling you what they're upset about with the Wilder Joshua situation. They're not doing that to me. Nobody who's just saying, oh, Ego, you're full of shit, you lied, this didn't happen, the audio you posted was doctored up. They're not doing that to me. So that's how you know who won. I see them, they run. That's how you know the man fans is out in full effect. But when you look at Joshua's latest post, I get the sensation and the feeling that this is not just a bunch of scorned people going in, because they just look at what they're saying. People are saying stuff like, I used to be a big fan of you, bro, but you don't want to fight Wilder, or stop ducking, Wilder's the best fight, you know what I mean? So it doesn't sound like people. But see, let Eddie Hearn, Barry Hearn and them tell it. They're saying, oh, Wilder's doing this because he's jealous. Like, so now that's the latest in the plethora of excuses. It's about jealousy. There's always going to be A sides and B sides. So Sergio Martinez wanted to fight Cotto because he was jealous. Because Cotto was the A side and getting all, you know what I mean? That's a lame excuse to me. You just want to act like it's all from jealousy. So it has nothing to do with your legacy, your career, proving you're the best, fighting, competition. A lot of stuff I've done, I'm not a professional fighter, but a lot of stuff that I've done, goals that I've set for myself, it wasn't about other people. It was about proving it to myself, proving that I could do something that I set out to do that I didn't know if I could do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Ask Eddie, ask the Hearns. They're the ones that said that he's jealous because they basically said he's jealous because Josh was making so much money. And another thing I think when it comes to that percentage splits of flat rate, if they were to fight kind of on Wilder's terms, coming in America for a percentage split, then you have everybody in your books. Everybody knows what's going on because you're entitled a percentage to that. But if you give the motherfucker a flat rate, then they can't be all in your business like that. You know what I mean? Like, let's say I had a girlfriend. See, I'm the king of analogy. I could think of these things real quick. Let's say I had a girlfriend and we went to the casino together, and then we went separate ways. And I told her I hit on the casino, I hit on my slot machine, but she wasn't present, so she doesn't know how much money I made. And I'm like, man, I did good, babe. I hit on the slot machine, right? If she wasn't there to see it, and I just told her I hit, and I don't tell her an actual number, then I could just be pocketing all the money. But if she finds out that I hit $2,000, maybe she was like, oh, can you pay me back that money you borrowed from me, or you owe me this, or could you break bread? I got to get my tires changed, stuff like that. But if your girlfriend, you just tell her you hit and you just throw her $500, like, oh, here's $500, but she doesn't know how much she can't be in your business. Do you get what I'm saying? How could she be in your business and say, oh, I need more than $500 or won't, if she doesn't even know how much you made? You know what I mean? In her eyes, you might have made $1,000 and then you split it in half. But if you really made $2,000, $3,000 or whatever, you got more people in your business when they actually know the number. You know what I mean? I could have won $5,000 and he just gave her $500. So if I just give her $500, like, oh, here, then that's one thing. But if she sees that I got $5,000 and I got to actually claim it, and I told her, then she could be like, hey, you do owe me $900 when I got your car out of the impound, blah, blah, blah. You get what I'm saying? So things like that will come up. Same thing with Eddie Hearn. It really feels like you offer him a flat rate, you just pay him the little money, you know it's going to be a successful event, shoot that money to him, you're done. And now you can reap, nobody knows, no one's in your business, nobody knows what you collected on the back end. You know what I mean? Because, like, how much did the Klitschko fight do? We just know they got well paid. We don't know how much Joshua got exactly. I don't. You know what I mean? J-Dog says, Boxingego, how is it AJ's the A-side? What made him that? Fighting Klitschko and selling out a stadium. But see, even that's bullshit because they never put Joshua in Wembley prior to Klitschko. They took a guy who had a legacy and a proven name in the right timing, and then they made that fight. So it takes two to tango. How could you expect Joshua couldn't have fought Eric Molina at Wembley? And if he did, they wouldn't have maxed it out to 90,000 capacity. You get what I'm saying? So it's really bullshit because every fighter in this modern era, for the most part, to max out, they're gonna need the right dance partners. Done are the days where a fighter can fight like a mediocre fight that people aren't really excited for, and the dance partner doesn't matter because there's too many ways to stream fights and watch them on Facebook or whatever, Periscope, whatever the fuck else. You get what I'm saying? So you use Klitschko as a legend in the game and a certain Hall of Famer, both of them. So that's what it is. So you can't take full credit for that. Like, you needed that proper dance partner. You know what I mean? Just like Wilder needs you, and you need Wilder to accrue that type of number. But see, Joshua's team wants to hold that over people's head. Oh, we did the Klitschko fight. Yeah, if Wilder fought Klitschko, let's say in Germany or something, I think it could have did good numbers. But it didn't work in that fashion because there's a lot that goes into it. American fighters don't get praised by American media. You know what I'm saying? So it's no surprise that some of these guys aren't bigger than they should be. Errol Spence should be pay-per-view. You know, he should be on the cusp of it right now. Crawford should be pay-per-view, or at least one fight away or something from pay-per-view. But we don't know. We don't know how Crawford would do, even in a really good fight on pay-per-view. So it's deeper than that. There's a lot of politics, a lot of behind the scenes. It's just like I said on the last stream. Drake, Post Malone, or somebody, they could sell the most. That don't mean shit. That means they sell the most. Does that mean that's Drake's most complete album? In fact, I listened to the Scorpion album. Double album, I don't think it's Drake's best work. Does it have some catchy songs? Yes. But I thought the production was lacking. I've heard way tighter beats from 40. You know? Drake, there's some album, like View's album might be better than Scorpion, to be honest. But Scorpion is the album that's getting a lot of praise. It's a double album. You know what I mean? It is. So just because this might be Drake's most popular album, that don't mean it's his best album. You get what I'm saying? So people misconstrue popularity with a bunch of other shit. Popularity doesn't necessarily equate to skills. Kendrick Lamar might not have got 10 million streams per hour, but bar for bar, line for line, a lot of people would say Kendrick might be able to outspit Drake. It don't matter. Listen, Dominique Johnson, people like you are often the ones that miss the bus because you take something this minute and you make it into the argument. I don't give a fuck what Drake album is better than Scorpion. I've heard Drake albums, whether you think that was Views, if you're reading this is too late, Take Care. I've heard better, more complete albums. Some albums where you heard it first time and everything just resonated with you. You want to focus on, oh, hey, Views is not better than Scorpion. Like, you want to focus on the most minute aspect of it. I don't care what Drake album is better. I'm just making an example. I've heard better Drake albums from first listening than Scorpion. Again, I'm not mad at Scorpion. I listened to it. I'm going to get back in the gym. I'll put it on my playlist. Shout out to Drake. But it's not his best work. It's not his best production from 40, right? And that's just the reality of it, to me at least. See, look, I Strong says Nip Victory Lap is harder than Scorpion. So, you know, different strokes for different folks. But let's not focus on the things that are this big and turn them into this big. The argument is Drake has had better albums than Scorpion. So do you believe Scorpion is his best body of work to date? So, yeah, people misconstrue popularity with a bunch of other stuff. Smash the like button, people. And the other thing is this. Aside from having the adequate dance partner like Klitschko and things worked out like that for him. See, and this is the thing. Boxing has a lot of politics and agendas and different stuff like that. Wilder, if Wilder Tyson Fury had a rematch, or Luis Ortiz had an opportunity to fight Klitschko after the Tyson Fury fight. Tyson Fury actually did have an opportunity, but he fucked it up. They all had a chance to beat him. He came off of a career horrid performance. He didn't look right in the Tyson Fury fight. He didn't look good, right? Can't say it's his best performance by a long shot. It's like clearly wasn't his best performance, right? That's the version Joshua fought. So in my eyes, I think all of them dudes, Tyson Fury, had he not failed a drug test, he had a chance to beat him again. Greg Stewart, he said, I'm a hater. What did I hate on? What do you disagree with? Watch how I catch me a body. Greg Stewart, what do you disagree with? See, everyone wants to call name racist and hater, but then they don't explain it. How am I hating? What have you disagreed with? That's all you have to say. Everybody asked Greg to speak up. He said, I'm a hater. Okay, fine. I told you, I'll be whatever you say I am until we get in this hot seat and see what's what. So as of right now, I'm the hater. Now it's your job we know what you're accusing me of. We understand the charges. Now you can jump right into what you disagree with and how I'm hating. Come on, Greg. You said it was going to be easy. Ego, you a hater because you speak facts. Yeah, apparently. Where's Greg? This is what they do, drive-bys. Greg, you have 15 seconds. The show must go on. I'm giving you 15 seconds to please explain yourself. I don't understand after all this time. The hot seat, as long as I've been doing live streams on YouTube, the hot seat has pretty much been around. So after all this time, it's so funny that the guys don't get the routine and don't see how these drive-by comments won't work on this side. So Greg, please explain yourself. You have 13 seconds, and I'm giving you a very slow count. You have 13 seconds to explain what I've hated on and what you disagree with. Somebody said run for your life, Greg. I'm done. 10 seconds, Greg. Come on, Gregory. Come on, Greg. Get up, Greg. Get up, Greg. I have to do like Pops and Friday. Get up, Greg. Greg, live. Live to fight another day. Get up, Greg. Get up, Greg. Greg, get up. Put the gun down, son. Live. When I was your age, we used it. Get up, Greg. Get up, Greg. 6 seconds, Greg. Get up, Greg. Put the gun down, son. Gregory. We're not waiting all day. You got 3 seconds, my man. 2 seconds. 1 second. Get the strap, as 50 Cent would say. Hey, shoot him, Matt. Get Greg out of here, nigga. Get the strap. Get him gone. You see how easy? Ronald Finkley plays no games with you. He be waiting for y'all to fuck up. Trust me. Sometimes I had to tell out of all my shooters, I would say Ronald Finkley is the most Bishop from Juice shooter that I have. He will get you ghost. He made a move. Like, Ronald will clap your dumb ass. They getting smoked out. I'm just glad and happy that you guys can see it, and we have a platform like YouTube, the live stream editions, so you guys can see it. He said, I'm a hater. No explanation. I asked for an explanation. He got ghost. And Ronald, bow, headshot, red dot. Am I going to cover Usyk Gassiev? No, I didn't, because that's in Moscow or something. I didn't plan on going to Russia. Actually, I have to update my passport. I don't have a working passport. I have to update it. So actually, I'm glad you said that to remind me. But yeah, it's a great fight. Shout out to them. It looked like it was rocky at a couple points. Like I didn't know if it was going to happen. They were saying Usyk didn't really want to fight in Gassiev's, his neck of the woods. But they got it done, so I'm happy for it. But yeah, I didn't plan on going to Russia to cover it. So that's that. But notice how Greg just did a drive-by, and then he never wants to explain. So we'll just keep going. Because they know what I'm saying is true. Klitschko, was he not coming off of a loss where he didn't look good versus Tyson Fury? I'm just making this up. He looked great and spectacular versus Tyson Fury, and he really won the fight? Like, what are we really saying? Because that's the point where he decided to interject and say, you're a hater because I said that. I mean, so does anyone believe Klitschko looked sensational and put on a career best performance versus Tyson Fury? No. Tyson Fury, I don't even think Klitschko came out and said that was his best work. But anyway, yeah, this whole A-side shit, I told you, everybody wants to be Money Mayweather without going to the pretty boy stages. All right, Duncan Penderhughes, Mr. Class Act, I'm going to put you in the hot seat. Ask dumb questions, you may get the hot seat. I'm a fan of Wilder, but this is what they always do. I'm black, but I'm a fan of Wilder, but, you know what I'm saying? You didn't even have to tell me you're a fan of Wilder, so it makes me feel like you just said that. But whatever. He says, I'm a fan of Wilder. You're in the hot seat. But in fairness to AJ fans, is it that you don't like AJ, strike one, or just how the situation is handled? I'm all for Wilder and no AJ or Hearn is ducking. Can you explain? Now I'm going to put you. No, you in the hot seat, bro. Because I'm not. If y'all ask stupid questions, then you're. No one's above the hot seat. Even myself. I put myself in the hot seat just to test my skills. Bro, you're asking dumb questions. You said, is it that I hate AJ? Why would you think that I hate another grown man? What reason would I have to hate AJ? Like that, you could have answered your own question. And then here, just to put in perspective for you guys, on my whole channel, in its whole entirety, up until this Wilder situation, I have never even really criticized AJ. I never once really said anything that I could think of that stood out. I might have critiqued, oh, he could have did this. He needed more energy in the Klitschko fight. Won't. He looked like he got flat. You know what I mean? Just regular fight analysis. I've never, aside from breaking down what I've seen in his fights, I've never even said anything. So why would you just assume off top that I hate the man? What have I ever said negative about him? So you could, like I said, you guys ask dumb stuff because you can answer your own question. So in the 3, 4, 5 years I've been covering the sport or whatever, AJ was relevant to different levels of fame. I didn't say nothing bad about the man, but now all of a sudden I hate him. Like, come on, bro. Put Duncan Penderhughes in timeout. He can come back, but just put him in timeout. Bro, it's coming across to you that way because you refuse to listen to the truth. I just explained it to you. So why, okay, if I hate somebody, like I'm just a hater, why didn't I say anything about Joshua negative for 3 years? I've never criticized his actions. I never criticized him for fighting Eric Molina. I didn't criticize him for fighting Dominic Brazil because that's where he was at in his career. But then it gets to a point, you got all the belts. You see how this situation played out, and we seen what happened. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have nothing to do. See, this is how I know these are man fans, because your system is love or hate. You feel you can't like Mayweather and like Pacquiao, or you can't like Pacquiao and like Mayweather. I don't abide by those same ideals. You can like Pacquiao and like Mayweather. They're both good fighters. I don't have a problem with that. You know what I mean? But if Pacquiao's team lied on some shit or said they don't like needles but got tattoos, then that's what we talk about. You get what I'm saying? But these dudes think it's like, if you have a criticism, it's you hate them or you're racist. Like that's their criteria. Oh, you have a criticism which is justified and you're supporting it, is because you hate him. Go watch some other clown ass channels that say their opinion without justifying what they're saying. I let you know if I don't understand it or it doesn't. I support what I'm saying. I give you evidence of what I'm saying. You know, and these dudes be like, oh, you hate AJ. Why would I hate? What do I hate him for? I don't even know him. Never met him, never interviewed him, never done anything to me personally. You know what I'm saying? Who just goes around hating people they don't know. But again, these are all deflection tactics. As opposed to, you want to allude that someone is being hated, just even though it's being justified. I tell you what I have criticisms for. right? But you throw all that out the window and just want to relegate it to you hate the guy. You seem like you hate him. You hate Eddie Hearn. You hate the UK. You're racist or some bullshit when it comes to a fighter who they're doing something that's questionable, right? So you want to relegate it to hate, but you have to ask yourself, where was this hate? If I hated him, why did I just now start hating him? You get what I'm saying? Y'all got to get off of this like system of hate or love. Oh, you either love him or you hate Golovkin. Why? Because his team don't sound like they want to fight Charlo, and I'm talking about it. It's that simple. It don't have nothing to do with hating it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, I hate someone. Like, name a restaurant y'all like. Any restaurant for this example. I'm going to put it in perspective for you. A king of analogies. Shout out to Huddy. Exactly. Criticism does not equal hate or dislike. All right. My man is Cursor. He provided the reference for this analogy. He said Olive Garden. And then okay, he said Red Lobster. We'll use Red Lobster. Fuck it. Say you love Red Lobster. You go there all the time. It's a thing. If someone's having a graduation, someone's having a birthday party, you and your family go to Red Lobster. Now, let's say one fateful time for an anniversary, you and your girl go to Red Lobster that you frequent, right? That one time, maybe it's a new person, maybe it's a new chef, whatever. They fuck up your order. They don't bring out no Cheddar Bay biscuits, right? They overcharge you for something that didn't come out. You ordered an appetizer and it came out. You asked them for it to come out before the food and it came at the same time as your food. The customer service wasn't bad. Does that mean, despite all your past experiences with Red Lobster, that you just hate Red Lobster? You hate the whole franchise? Or does that mean you had a bad experience with that person? See, listen to the logic of some boxing fans. Listen how narrow-minded that they say. Because you had a bad experience and didn't get your Cheddar Bay biscuits and you react to that. And you react to the bad customer service. That doesn't mean you hate Red Lobster. It means you don't approve of your current situation, your current experience with them. Now, if they continue to do that, maybe that could evolve or develop into hate. But just because someone did, like Red Lobster fucked up, dropped the ball, it doesn't mean you're never going back or you hate them or you hate the franchise. You're not fucking with them. You're not on the same wavelength. Doesn't make sense to you. Period. Now I know this is over some of y'all heads because y'all choose to believe what you want to believe. Smash the like button. Listen, I know I'm bringing up points that I know these dudes have not even thought of. On both sides, people who think like me. And then also, people who disagree with me, right? But let me put something in perspective to you, because some clown was trying to argue and saying, "Oh, Wilder, why didn't he still has the contract?" Just basically, see, listen. This is how you know who's winning. I'm just gonna put it out there. This is how you know who's winning the battle and winning the argument. One, look at the opinions. Go to Joshua's page. You don't find, when the videos I've done, you might find some sprinkled in comments, but just look at the level of commentary of people who are dissing me. It's like, oh, Ego, you're a bitch and all this and that. Cool. It's no explanation. It's not proving me wrong. It is what it is. Hey, block Duncan Penderhughes. Get him out of here. I'm not even, we're moving on from him. Bro, you were in timeout and then we let you back in. So now you blocked. Just get him out of here. All the way out of here. Thank you. These dudes is crazy. You won't let, he said, you won't let me respond. That's a coward move. So it's a coward move because you got blocked for just saying stupid shit. But you're asking if I hate Wilder, and it's not a coward move what Eddie Hearn is saying in the contradictions. Does this make sense to anybody? So me hearing you out, seeing habitual stupid ass comments in my comment section and then filtering it out and have my shooters put you on timeout, that's a coward move. But everything that's happening with Wilder Joshua, there's no coward move there. Stop it. See how they always, I'm the coward for blocking out and I even let you come back. I even let that Duncan dude come back. But anyway, moving on from him. Passive student, we know the game. He says, I like how Duncan needed to start off by saying he likes Wilder. I've studied casuals for years at this point. I know all their tricks. Like, oh, fuck Badu Jack, fuck Floyd, fuck Gervonta, fuck Adrian Broner, Errol Spence, fuck Terrence Crawford, fuck Wilder, fuck Gary Russell, Andre Ward, and I'm black too, by the way. Like, you just said you had a hit list of all the blacks that you just said fuck them, but you're black too. Okay. The Black Channel. Okay, we get it. We know the games, man. I'm a fan of Wilder, but he's a fucking idiot. He should have took the 12.5. Like, you're not a fan of Wilder because you could see the situation and see what you're saying doesn't make sense. And the people that I've seen that are fans of Wilder, they're not bringing up moronic points like that. Yeah, that's what I'm black too. But yeah, okay. I'm a Wilder fan too, but he's a fucking idiot for turning down 12.5. Like, get out of here. Anyway, smash the like button. I'm gonna kick the science. Like I said, we're gonna bring up some points I know other people haven't talked about. I tried warning you guys. I wanted to not show you so you know you not I wanted to not show you. But as long as we have this level of resistance, then we still got a war going on. Right? Until these dudes are until I feel it's fully eradicated and everything is on the table and people know what's going on. But as long as you have channels and, you know what I mean, clout chasing and name dropping, people in the comment section putting stupid shit regarding this situation, then we still got some work to do. So I apologize if people get bored with the content or whatever, but we got work to do. And this is the army. The army, like, I'm from the old school. You guys understand back in the day, like, I'm talking about back in the day, like World War I, World War II, the Crusades. They have a war called the 7 Years' War, right? Just as the name suggests, the 7 Years' War. Because the shit lasted that long. 7 years. So if them old motherfuckers could go to war with that technology for 7 years and still be at war with the enemy, then we could talk about this a little bit longer. You know what I mean? We still got work to do because we have to crush our enemies totally. I'm going to make it, I promise you, I'm going to make it so uncomfortable for these clowns to even speak if they're not telling the truth. If you're telling the truth, you're good. You have nothing to worry about. Absolutely nothing. But all these excuses and patsies and scapegoats and stuff, you're going to look horrifically stupid when this is written. And I'm going to make it, you're going to feel so ashamed to even speak if you're not speaking that real. Because that's all the fans want. Like I said, call me whatever you want. I've been called everything under the sun since I started YouTube, right? Someone said I was a pedophile, racist, biased, all types of shit. With no evidence of any of those things. So, put that in your pipe and smoke it. But like I said, just go to Joshua's page and you tell me who's winning. The fans, I can't even control all of Ego's army. You know what I'm saying? Let alone all boxing fans. Some fans aren't even fans of mine and they're still on his page. Here's what they think about you. But like I said, as long as we got a war going on outside, we got work to do. And we will get justice and we will get the truth at all costs. So, put it in perspective for you. I just thought about this. I haven't heard any one person, me personally, I haven't heard any one person bring this up. If y'all want to hear this point, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? Y'all got to hype me up for this one. I ain't heard no one talk about this. We need to raise the energy, raise the roof. I need some hell yes. I'm trying to see the chat flowing. Y'all gotta type. Even if you have to put hell and then hit enter and then put yeah, we gotta see. I want to see the lit. I want to see the chat lit. Like, come on, man. Y'all gotta turn this up. Hit the like button. Let's go. We working. I told you there's a war going on outside. But y'all picked the right side because I got y'all. That's what I'm talking about. See, Passive Student gets it. He said, yeah. I said, yeah. He on his Cannon Briggs shit. Let's go, man. Now, check this out. A lot of this buffoonery, they're talking about Wilder should have took a flat rate of 12.5. Wilder should have took 15 million. But they refused to talk about the $50 million. I just put this into perspective. You know, when you, like, I do a lot while I'm driving. Like, when I was rapping, listen to beats and then just write the verse in my head a little bit and like freestyle it a little bit, and I'm like, and then I would just write it down, stuff like that. Be on my J Rayman shit. So I do a lot when I'm driving. Boom, I'm driving. I just went to get this coffee right now. Just thought of this point. Tell me if this is not true. Now, we all know Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. The first negotiations, it was Pacquiao's issue. He didn't want to do the drug testing. Said, we're not doing no above and beyond. Let the commission do the job. Boom. But if you guys remember that situation, years later or a year or two later, whenever it was, Floyd called Pacquiao directly. And Floyd offered Manny Pacquiao $40 million flat rate as the B side. Because he was, in his mind, the A side. He offered the B side $40 million. The B side. The B side. $40 million flat rate. No back end, no questions asked. This is a big fight, your biggest payday. $40 million to the B side. That is fact. That is written. That is something that is already history and set in stone at that particular time. Now, Pacquiao didn't like the offer because he felt he was beyond a flat rate, and he passed off the phone to Ariza or whoever was in his camp, right? You mean to tell me that Anthony Joshua turned down $50 million from the B side, $50 million with a 50% back end, a 50% back end on the pay-per-view. I told you, I think of points that y'all motherfuckers don't think. I just got this one while I was driving. I told y'all, don't start nothing, won't beat nothing. Think about that. Manny Pacquiao, who at that time was certainly an established pay-per-view act, not in the Philippines only, in America. And they had the first negotiations with Floyd. Those fell flat. I believe Floyd went on, this is off the top of my head, people. Floyd went to fight Cotto after those negotiations. So just to put it in perspective, this is about 2012-ish or some shit. Floyd went to fight Cotto or some shit, and Pacquiao went on to fight Josh Clottey. Josh Clottey fight was at the AT&T Stadium, right? AT&T Stadium with, like, I don't know how many people were in attendance, but I know the stadium holds like 90, 100,000. And it set records for that timepiece, right? There it was lit. So we're talking about a bankable, name-known person who had already fought Marco Antonio Barrera and beat him, had already fought Eric Morales. Floyd offered the B side, $40 million flat. Pacquiao thought he was worth more. Meanwhile, you have Joshua with 20, 21 fights. He clearly hasn't done what Pacquiao has done up to this point. He's done well for himself. Don't get it twisted. But Pacquiao has like 65, 68 fights, almost 70 fights, something like that, right? So imagine a couple years ago, he probably had 50-something fights at this point. 50-something fights Pacquiao was offered. This is what Floyd offered him, even though it didn't pan out. This is what he offered him. 40 million flat. 40 million flat with no pay-per-view to Pacquiao. AJ just got offered, he's done less than Pacquiao. He got offered 10 million more plus pay-per-view back-end money. See, so Pacquiao, I can understand him being like, yo, I've done a million pay-per-views. I've been in the AT&T Stadium, and then you're not going to offer me no back-end money. So maybe that's why he's like, fuck that. I'm out. I don't want that. Joshua got offered 10 million more than Pacquiao was offered by Floyd. Excuse me. Plus pay-per-view back-end money. And people are talking about Wilder didn't take 12 to 15 million. Come on, son. Come on, son. Make that make sense. Listen, somebody please argue that Anthony Joshua, to this point of his career, has done more than Pacquiao at that point where Floyd offered him $40 million. Please argue that, so you could get cooked up real nicely. We having fried casual today. Pause. Please make that argument. Please tell me how Anthony Joshua is a bigger star than Pacquiao was at that point. Please do it. I implore you. I promise we'll have sauteed casual on the menu, and I'm serving it out. Please, somebody make that argument. So while these dudes keep fixing their lips to talk about Wilder turning down as the B-side, a low flat rate of $12.5 to $15 million, how come nobody's talking about the $50 million? Which Manny Pacquiao, being the star that he was at the time, he got offered no back end money and $10 million less. And United Boxing talk Povetkin next, and he could fight winner of White Parker. What are you talking about? Why isn't Wilder in the equation? Dude, all I said was Joshua is gonna make $70 million this year. Who's he making 70 with? Strike one. Who's he making 70 with? So you mean to tell me the Joseph Parker fight is worth, he got $30 million and he's gonna get $40 million with Povetkin? You know what I mean? Or he's gonna get 35 versus Joshua and he's getting another 35 versus Povetkin? Oh yeah, we got us a hot seat. Let's go. So how is he making $70 million this year when he fought Klitschko and didn't even make $70 million last year? And he fought twice. He fought Klitschko in April or May or something of last year, which did 90,000 at Wembley and all this. And then he fought, it was supposed to be Pulev, but then he fought Takam. And he didn't make 70 last year because I looked on the Forbes list and he didn't even surpass Canelo or Golovkin. So how the fuck is he making 70 this year with Povetkin and what's his name? Whoever he just fought, Joseph Parker. What are you talking about? You see how none of this shit they be saying be facts based and shit? They just, how's he make, you explain the math. He got 60 million versus Parker, and now he's getting 10 million versus Povetkin. He got 50 million for Parker, and now he's 20 million versus Povetkin. Like, explain his math. 30, both fights were worth 35 million. That his purse only. 35 million in 2 consecutive fights. Okay. Where's this dude at? I told you, yeah. We got a hot seat. Make that make sense. And you on the timer. United Boxing Talk. We gonna unite you with the ground, 6 feet under, cause you going down in this hot seat. Strike one. Strike two, actually. He said I had to expose him. Expose me. You in the hot seat. How is Joshua making $70 million? How much did he get in each fight this year? Because he's not fighting 3 times. They already pretty much said we got Wembley for September 22nd and April 13th. So he's not fighting 3 times this year. So you make that make sense. Hey, please pause the super chats. Y'all know I like money, but we got a hot seat. Shout out to Bo one, $5 super chat. Excellent point made, Ego. I'm quite sure that exploded a few delusional people's heads. We on that ass. Pause. United, your time is running out. Please explain how he's making 70 million. Where did you get this information from? How is he making more this year than he did last year when he fought Klitschko at Wembley? And then he did 78 or whatever at Cardiff against Takam. Please explain that. Hey, shooters, I'm not waiting all day. Hold on. Oh, someone else said. Oh, so I got the wrong. Okay. We had a mistaken identity. My shooters told me. Okay, so United is not the one that said this. Up North Boxing said that. Got you. The names confuse me because they both start with the U. Got you. We're on the same page. United Boxing, I apologize for slandering your name. You had nothing to do with this. Up North Boxing, you have 5 seconds because you the one that's been stalling. You almost got the wrong person clapped and you still ain't said nothing. Because then I would have seen your dumbass response. 5 seconds. Shooters, get Up North Boxing down south. He's down south boxing. We putting him down south, down under 6 feet. Get him out of here. His time is elapsed. Get him gone. He almost got the wrong person clapped. Yeah, J-Dog got you. I apologize. We try to be efficient and accurate. Sometimes we do make mistakes here on Boxingego. I almost clapped the wrong person, but we didn't pull the trigger because my shooters let me know. They were like, "Ego, stand down. We know you making points. We know you the general. We know you want to clap." I almost clapped the wrong person, but shout out to the shooters for clearing that up, and shout out to United Boxing. Now, let's talk about it. He's done. We got rid of him. I told you we got the livest live stream. I done the livest gates. Man. They ain't fucking with our live streams. Back to the issue. And all y'all gonna get y'all issue. I told y'all. Y'all keep saying that foolishness with no explanation. We gotta get you. My block list is gonna be like this. We blocking y'all like telemarketers. We don't want to hear it. If you don't have nothing to talk about, insightful, educational, we don't want to hear nothing. J-Dog know what it is. He said we at war. You damn right, we at war. Joshua said, Ego, we enjoy your work. Shout out to Joshua, man. I appreciate y'all. Keep holding it down. I'll do my best. United said, Ego almost clapped my shit. Good look, y'all. Bro, I really got confused because I think I seen y'all names close by. Or I think because your name had his name in it or something. So I got scrambled for a minute. I just been trying to make the points. And it's like other shit coming in, so I apologize for that one. That was me. I was trying to clap the wrong person. I was even talking shit too. I was like, yeah, you United. You gonna be united with the casket, motherfucker. And then it wasn't even the right person. I should have been talking to the other dude. I apologize. Like I said, I fucked that one up. I was like, yeah, you gonna be united with the hot seat when I get finished with you. Hey, see, when I'm wrong, I don't have a problem admitting I'm wrong. I know I was wrong in that situation. We almost clapped it wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? Pow! Oh shit, I got him. Oh shit, that was Robert Kennedy. That wasn't JFK. we was at the JFK. We shot Robert in the fucking head. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, we clapped Jacqueline on acid. You know what I'm saying? I almost clapped the wrong person. You know what I'm saying? We still gang. Listen, Mayweather offered Pacquiao $40 million no flat rate for Pacquiao. And at the time, everyone's like, oh yeah, some people thought it was a good offer or whatever. Joshua got offered 10 million more, has done less than Pacquiao to this point of his career, and a fair split straight down the middle, straight out the middle of the pay-per-view back, and he still said no. Why? Because we want to fight at home. Where Eddie Hearn forecasted on Twitter that at home in the UK, 40 million to 50 million is what this fight would generate, or 40 to 60 million, or whatever he said. Listen, UK, I used to live in England. I swear, Boy Scouts honor. You ask anybody in my family. I love y'all. I love the UK to death. Some people aren't representing you right. I love the UK. Peace and hair grease. Some of y'all ain't representing the UK right, because it's a great place. Here, peep this. You keep having people bring up, oh, but Wilder has never sold 90,000. But answer this to me, and I've went over the math several times over. I'm the king of analogies. This shit don't stop. I got analogies on top of analogies. I got analogies within analogies waiting to talk to other analogies. It's like an analogy orgy. Right? Explain this. Eddie Hearn and the Man fans and these other weak ass channels, they keep talking about, oh, but Joshua, he done 70, 80. Hey, mate, he's done 100 million thousand seats and 90,000 seats, 100,000. That's great, loyal UK fans. But how is it that Eddie Hearn is on tape admitting that the fight does less money in the UK, which is what Wilder has always maintained? He said, I'll travel. He said, my belt says champion of the world. I'll travel anywhere. But Joshua, the money's in the US, the money's in America. And y'all gave Wilder shit and stick for that. Acting like he was just like, oh, he just wants to have the hometown advantage. But then Eddie Hearn has once again shit on y'all, Man fans, by confirming that the fight is bigger in the US and it will generate more money in the US than it can in the UK. Then he on Twitter also confirmed. So just, okay, in case you were wondering if someone else writes his tweets, he's on camera saying this. And he says, oh, in the UK, the fight will do 40 to 50, 60 million. So you're admitting that Joshua just turned down almost the same amount of money that the whole event does in the UK. So I said that to say this. How are you bragging about 70, 80, 90,000 seats when you're filling up stadiums that big, but you're still getting less money? Your bottom line is not different or not the same. You get what I'm saying? So what are we really talking about? You have all those people, all those patrons, all those UK fans and paying customers, yet Mayweather McGregor has 16,000, which I was there, a little over 16,000 people. Canelo Golovkin, which I was there, has 18 to 19,000, somewhere around there, in attendance, and they're making more money. Making more money. So what are we really talking? What are we really talking here? I got to now. If y'all want, I'm on y'all ass today. King of analogies. I ain't gonna say it no more. If y'all want this latest analogy, smash the like button. And can I get a hell yeah? And I gotta see them hell yes flowing, man. We working. Y'all gotta boost this up. We gotta boost everything we doing. Support real shit. That's what's wrong with this new generation. They don't want to support real shit. They rather support somebody who's faking the funk. They rather support some shit like, you know what I'm saying? Like you rather support a bum ass rapper who's pill popping because he's looking like he got more money. But then when Warren Buffett's trying to tell your dumb ass something and give you the game on how to make money in the game, you don't want to listen because the way he looks or all that, oh, he an old head, old motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's what's wrong with the game. You rather listen to Lil Pump talk about money. He's making money. He's cool. He's doing better than a lot of us. But at the end of the day, he ain't got Buffett money. He don't got Elon Musk money. Let's go, man. Now, here's an analogy for you. Let's say your boy Egov is about to get married. I said, let's say your boy Egov is about to get married. I'ma tie the knot. I'ma do it in Hawaii. I ain't never been to Hawaii, so we gonna use that, right? Your boy Egov about to get married. Badass chick, right? Jenny from the block looking motherfucker, right? She invites who she wants to invite on her side. I invite who I want on this side of the... I'm not actually getting married, motherfuckers. So stop congratulating me, whoever did that. This is an analogy. Let's say I'm getting married, though. She's going to invite some people on her side, her family, her friends. I'm going to do the same. Now, you have two choices when it comes to a marriage. I ain't never been married, so I don't know. But I know people. My brother's married. You know, my parents have been married longer than I've been on this earth. So I do know a thing. I do have friends that are married. I do have family members that are married, right? So you have two choices. You could do it for the gram and invite excess amounts of people, maybe get some more gifts and have a bunch of people. So when your wedding photographer's taking pictures and shit, it looks good. When you're posting on Instagram, it looks good. Oh, they had this big elaborate wedding, right? But what if you know that in doing that, some of those people talk about you on the low. There's phonies, snakes and fakes by doing this. This is what I'm saying. By doing this, you're having this big elaborate wedding just to fill out the wedding, just so it looks massive wedding, right? Just so it looks massive. But in that crowd, there's people that hated on you. There's people that are phonies, snakes and fakes, people that are jealous of you, people that don't really want to see y'all two married, people that try to get at your girl on the low. Or you can have a smaller, quaint wedding with immediate family that you're really close with, that you love, and people that you know that have always held you down and been there for you. What wedding would you rather have? Would you rather have the massive wedding that looks better on pictures, but there's a bunch of people and a bunch of fake shit and drama and people who talk shit about you, try to get at your girl, all that shit I just mentioned? Or would you rather have the smaller, more quaint, personable wedding, but you know everybody that's at that motherfucker, everybody that's at the wedding is your day ones or her day ones? People that are really happy, people that really want to see you thrive and flourish. What would you care about? See, a lot of people care about titles and shit like that. Yeah, that looks great for the gram, having a bunch of, 1,000 people at a wedding. But you don't. All right, Frank Bailey, I'm about to body you. He said it's a bad analogy. I didn't even connect the dots. So how's it a bad analogy? You got one response. Frank Bailey. Because this is what they try to do. They try to distract. How is it a bad analogy? You don't even know where I'm going with this. How's it a bad analogy? I didn't even connect it to boxing. This is what they try to do. Okay. Frank Bailey, one response. If you say something stupid, you out of here. How's it a bad analogy? I didn't even tie it into what I was saying. I just said one side of it. Yeah, we about to turn up. All right, come on, Frankie. He said exactly. Strike one. So you're stalling. You don't want to. How's it a bad analogy? All you said was exactly. What does that mean? Huh? You said it was going to be easy. Come on, Frankie. How's it bad when I didn't even relate it back to boxing? I just said one aspect of it. Looking shaky, baby. And I said you only had one response. I'll give you a bonus round. But you just said exactly. How's it a bad analogy? Where was I going with it? 10 seconds. See, this is why I can't wait all day. 8 seconds. Isn't that the point of an analogy? You rambling. Get this bum out of my face. He says a bad analogy and he just said I was rambling. But no one else took it that way. Get this bum out of my face. It's a bad analogy when I didn't even connect the dots. Get him out of here. Anyway, this is what they try to do. Try to create these small fires. So let me recap. I apologize for that. I won't let no one else distract from the message. It's a bad analogy, but you don't even know where I'm going with it. Boom. Back to the wedding thing. The wedding, the point is very simple. Would you rather have your day ones, immediate close family and friends at a smaller, more quaint wedding? Or would you rather have 1,000 people and 900 and something of them are unnecessary people, fake people who, like I said, owe you money and shit like that. People that try to get at your girl, people that aren't happy to see you happy, people that don't want to see you get married, people that question your marriage, people that look at your spouse's past or judge her cooking, people that don't ultimately want to see you happy and like, oh, this shit ain't gonna last. What marriage would you rather have? I'm asking y'all, and then I'll connect the dots for y'all. Would you rather have the small, quaint wedding with everybody who's there is a real one, and everybody who's there happens to be close to your situation, close family and friends? Or would you rather have the larger group and then mixed in with the other people are snakes and fakes, phonies, and everything? Exactly. You notice how everyone's saying it's smaller because ego's army, we real. Now relating that to this situation is this. Would you rather have an event with 90 to 100,000 people in attendance that does less money than an event with only 18,000 people. Perfect analogy. You can have 18,000 people, which is a far cry from 100,000, and make more money in America than having all these people. And I'm not trying to make it sound like UK fans are expendable. I'm not doing that. I'm just talking about from a business mathematical point. That's great that 100,000 people got to see the fight. But from a mathematical business perspective, right? Would you rather have 100 people in a venue, but the venue only generates $40 million when it's all said and done? Or a smaller group, but they're really engaged and they're willing to spend more money, shell out cash, and that does 112 million. I mean, this is simple arithmetic. Just like the wedding. I would, if I was getting married, I'd rather have my day ones, close family and friends on both sides, you know what I mean, in-laws and shit, as opposed to this massive wedding where we're just inviting extra people I haven't even really talked to since high school and shit like that, people who haven't been keeping up, just a Facebook friend. I don't want a bunch of unnecessary people around. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a quick analogy for you guys, talking about the business perspective. That's great. 100,000 looks great on camera. All the energy and stuff like that, pyrotechnics and fireworks, and Cisco doing a thong song, walking out to, you know what I'm saying? She had dumps like a cha, that like what, all night long, let me see. That's great. Doing all that, that's great. But in America, you can have much less of a crowd and still make more money for your event. So what are we really talking? And in fact, that actually looks worse, that you can have that many people and still make less money. You get what I'm saying? That actually looks worse. You had that many people in there, you still did less money. Like I said, if you work at the Dollar Tree, you can sell 1,000 $1 items. That's $1,000. You work at Cage Jeweler, right? You can sell one watch, and that already trumped that one watch, or that one necklace, or one engagement band. That already trumped everything the Dollar Tree sold in one transaction, versus 1,000 little transactions. So what are we talking about when we talk about money? Why are you people saying, oh, Wilder should have took 12.5 flat? But what about Joshua? He shouldn't have took 50 million not flat. How you gonna tell one guy to take a flat rate, and no matter how good or bad the event does, right, he's stuck at that number? So if it goes on to break Mayweather and Pacquiao, Wilder's stuck at this bullshit. You know, I'm not saying that's what would happen. I'm just saying, what if it did? Because it was a heavyweight fight, and people know someone's getting knocked out. So Wilder's stuck at 15 mil or 12.5 mil. Joshua's not stuck at shit. If anything, he got the better deal because the B-side offered it. All you have to do is travel, and you have $1 million team. You know what I'm saying? You got Under Armour behind you. You got Matchroom. You got DAZN's $1 billion backing. You know what I'm saying? So you got resources. It's not like a small team having to travel, because I know people like that. I know small boxers. You know, like let's say Willie Monroe traveling to the UK to fight Billy Joe Saunders. I'm sure it's not going to be as necessarily as convenient as Joshua traveling to America to fight Wilder. Because Joshua could come to America for a month and send for his team to come out for a month too, because he got bread, and send out for his team and fully acclimate. You can go to fucking the Michael Jackson experience in Vegas Strip, all types of shit. You can be at the Girl Collection. You can really just unwind and acclimate to the, you know what I mean, being on the West Coast. But this is what they don't talk about. They keep talking, oh, but Wilder's had the contract for 3 weeks. He still has the contract for $15 million. Why won't he sign it? Why are you worried about that? Why are you worried about if he has a contract? You worried about if Wilder should sign a contract for next year for a flat fee without even seeing how Joshua looks versus Povetkin, without even seeing what happens in Wilder's next fight. He should sign a contract now. And on top of that, the contract was lousy because he's not even entitled to a percent. Now, he was willing to, it sounded like he would, to expedite things, he was willing to take it right now. But at the end of the day, he was probably willing to take it just because, like, he's like, man, I'm gonna call their bluff. I don't think they want the fight, but if they do accept, then I'll take it. You know what I mean? Because it is what it is. I made my bed, I'll lie in it. You know, like a game of poker. You call someone's bluff. So either you're gonna have to live and die by your decision, or you're gonna call their bluff and prove that they didn't really mean it, and they're gonna come up with another excuse, which is what they did. So what are we talking about? We're talking about a team that advised their top fighter, their top earner, to avoid a fight that nets him more than probably his last 2 fights put together. What team does that? Who does that? Like, what? I never seen it. And the only stipulation is that you had to travel. That's enough. Lennox Lewis fought Mike Tyson, and this was Mike Tyson post-prison. It wasn't even the same Tyson. He fought him in Memphis, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know how much he got, but he fought him in Memphis, in America. Crazy. Didn't Prince Nassim fight Kelly, what's his name? I'm drawing a blank. Kevin Kelly? Didn't he fight him in New York? Somebody look that up, because I think it was at Madison Square Garden. This is off the top of my head, people. I'm not no fucking robot. But somebody look up the Kevin Kelly fight. I could have swore it was in New York, Madison Square Garden, or somewhere like that. Someone look it up. Okay, Broly says I was there, and yep. So there's someone, a longtime boxing fan, that said he was there. Okay, so once again, Joshua is not willing to do what throughout history everybody has done, foreign or not. Prince Nassim was more known at that time when he fought Kevin Kelly than Kevin Kelly. Kevin Kelly's from Brooklyn, if I'm not mistaken. This is all off the top of the dome, people. He's from New York. Prince Nassim came to New York, Madison Square Garden, to fight him. And Prince Nassim was the biggest star with the elaborate ring walks, and he was getting a lot of love from HBO. You know what I'm saying? Taking pictures with Muhammad Ali, praying and shit. Right? Outspoken. And Prince Nassim fought him. A British fighter came to Kevin Kelly's home state to fight him. Lennox Lewis fought Tyson in Memphis. Tyson from New York, but shit, what you want to drive to? You want to drive from New York to Memphis, or from England to Memphis? You know what I'm saying? You drive from England to Memphis, you might be in some water. I hope you got a car that turns into a boat. You feel me? Kell Brook, matchroom fighter. Where he fight Sean Porter? StubHub, somewhere like that. I forgot where it was, but I know it was in, I think it was a StubHub. I don't know. I don't remember. You know what I'm saying? Then on top of that, Eddie Hearn, listen, it all makes sense. Eddie Hearn found a way to weasel out of Showtime out of the equation. He found a way to weasel, and now they're not even in the picture, which also explains a crucial part. See, I put everything together. I put all the pieces of puzzle together. I put all the puzzle pieces together. I think I said that wrong. You remember when Showtime, I did a video about it, I believe. Showtime offered to help jump in to negotiations and mediate the fight negotiation between Joshua Wilder. Similarly to when Les Moonves of CBS jumped in to help expedite the Pacquiao Mayweather negotiations and find that middle ground. But guess what? Eddie Hearn has never, to my knowledge, publicly even responded to that, because he didn't want Showtime's help, because he knew behind the scenes he was planning on cutting them out of the deal and trying to get this shit on DAZN. That's why would you want someone to help mediate the fight, and it's not going to be on their network? So to me, it sounds like this was the plan. They don't put up billion-dollar deals overnight. Just like when Al Heyman was taking his fighters to PBC, that didn't happen overnight. That's why Al Heyman was giving you fights like Danny Garcia versus Rod Salka, because he knew he had an exit strategy and he was doing his own thing. So why give you Danny Garcia? And then as soon as PBC was announced, you start getting Danny Garcia versus whoever, Lamont Peterson and Keith Thurman versus Robert Guerrero and shit like that, because he was saving the good shit for him. So, just like Eddie Hearn. That's why you don't want Showtime to help you negotiate and mediate, because one, you don't want the fight next, and two, you plan on cutting him out of the deal and trying to make this a DAZN. For these reasons, I am not buying DAZN for Joshua versus Povetkin. Mark my words. If you see me do a post-fight, if you see me, which I probably will, just know that I did not pay for it. Either a fan paid for me to watch that fight, or I went to someone's house, or whatever the situation. I am not supporting that for this fight. You sometimes in this game, you gotta hit people where it hurts. I'm a boxing fan, straight up and down. I'm a boxing fan, but I'm also a customer, reporter or not. I'm a patron. I spend more money as a reporter than I ever do as a fan, because at best, as a fan, all I have to do is be there for the weigh-ins. The fan shit. Go there Friday for the weigh-in. Go to the fight Saturday. As a reporter, I gotta go to the fights for 5 days, go to the media days, a hotel for 5 days, round trip flights, eat out every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? So I trust me, I pay my dues. I have no problem paying. Me covering fights, who's sponsoring me? I don't have like MGK Global or somebody sponsoring me. This is all self-sufficient. You know what I mean? Just me and the Ego's army. So I don't have a problem spending my own money, because I realize it takes money to make money. Right? And that's what it is. It's about principle. I can't put my name to that, when as a consumer I can't even get what I want. Now, if you would have came... Well, I'm not trying to get too much into it, but I got little business ventures and little stuff that, like on more of a freelance level that help. Like there's a big event that I'm gonna get cashed out with. Sometimes fighters, I'm not gonna say who, sometimes fighters, I work with them and I do video projects and get paid, shit like that, paid to edit. Different shit like that. But enough of my finances. But yeah, man, we as consumers, sometimes you gotta hit people where it hurts. Now, if this is my whole thing, I'm a person of integrity, principles, virtues, and values, right? At the end of the day, if Team Joshua just came out, yo, we want our fighter to have a little more experience. We think the fight will be bigger in 2019. We're gonna fight a mandatory. Then if we get past that, you're up next, my friend. That would be different, because even though I'm still not getting the fight that I want next, it's all transparent. Everything's out there. All right, Rodolfo said ego is a guy that thinks he knows everything. Then why are you on this? Why you here? Y'all crazy. Y'all think I lose to a motherfucker named Rodolfo? You gonna out talk me? Your name is Rodolfo. Rodolfo, the red-nosed reindeer. Like, shut the fuck up. These dudes, they're so zombified. They don't even understand. The shooter already clapped him. They don't even understand how bad it makes you look. If I'm all this, that, and he thinks he knows it, why are you here? Why? Like, someone said banish Rodolfo. Shit, I didn't even say nothing. The shooter clapped him. Why do you, I don't understand that. Like, I never have been able to understand that. If, oh, Ego thinks he knows everything. Oh, this channel sucks. Why? Why come? It's YouTube gives you an option. Like last time I checked, when I'm on my phone, you go to your homepage, you see people's recently published videos, you see trending videos, and it might have a little ticker and it says live. You click at your own discretion a video that says live just to tell me how ain't shit we are. Oh, this fake ass Ego's army, you suck and blah blah. Then why'd you click on it? You know what I'm saying? Just because it's live don't mean you have to be live with us. Don't mean you have to be there. But anyway, like I said, you guys can try your best to squirm out of this. And I just appreciate transparency. More UFC stuff. Shit, yeah. The video that I did yesterday got 285,000. Last time I checked, it had like 285,000 views. So yeah, we definitely doing more UFC shit because we got to get to the next level. You hear me? Yeah, we have 285,000 views on that video. So yeah, it's safe to say we gonna be doing some more UFC shit too. Game don't wait. But I mean, it's not gonna turn to a UFC channel because I'm more of a boxing fan. MMA Ego, fuck it. Get this bread Ego. Fuck what you talking about. Y'all can try all that. Oh, MMA or whatever. Call me get this money Ego. Get that bag Ego. I think that's a more apt title. But shout out to DC heavyweight champion of the world, Daniel Cormier. Gang. Will you be watching Wilder Brazil fight? First of all, I don't even know if that's who he's fighting. Second of all, yep, I'm going to watch it because I don't think that he did anything. And worst case scenario, I don't have to get DAZN for it. I already have Showtime. I can show you my phone bill, or I mean my cable bill right now. So yeah, I'm going to watch it and I'm going to enjoy it. I told you, Wilder can fight whoever he wants and I'll support because I think at the end of the day, it's very apparent what happened in this situation, the biggest causes and the biggest role. It was literally every single time we felt we got a little bit closer to the fight happening, that side of the fence came up with something new. Every single time. Okay, Wilder said he signed a contract, he'll fight you on your turf. Oh, but he took 4 weeks. Now we got to get new dates and venues. And venues have changed. We wanted that fight September at Wembley. 2 things that can't happen. But then you just announced the other day that you're fighting in September at Wembley. So what are you guys talking about? Please let me know. How is this not clear to everybody? See, a lot of y'all just play stupid. Hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil. You like them fucking monkeys. You ever seen those monkey statues? One's like this, one's like this, and then one's like this. Y'all some fucking see no evil, hear no evil ass monkeys. They're like, oh my gosh, Ego's calling us all monkeys. It's just like that statue. Fucking emoji looking motherfuckers. Y'all just play like you don't see it. You know you see it. I just played the tape. He said we wanted to fight Wilder if that fight was going to happen in September at Wembley. Right? At Wembley. 2 things that can't happen. Joshua's next fight at Wembley. What are you talking about? How do you just see? Look, they doing the monkeys right now. That's what I'm saying. That's some of y'all. Y'all them see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil monkeys. He's like, is it over? Are the Wilder fans still here? What are the blacks saying? The black channels. Fucking Macaulay Culkin looking motherfuckers. The black channels. Like you in the hot seat. Like explain what you just said. That's them. So no matter what you do, Explain what you just said. You called me a hater. You said I'm a wilder dick sucker. Explain that. What do you disagree with? Black channel. The black channel. The black channel. They want me to listen. Eddie Hearn contradiction. Listen, y'all. Hey, this is what they do, people. Y'all some fucking monkeys. Monkey. Kamal Oz, $2 super chat. We gotta get this money. The decafs drink that Cosby Hearn special shake. Man, I don't know what they drinking. They monkeys. I don't know what these monkeys drink. Ego analogies be having me dying because they're real and you know that they some monkeys. Straight up. Fucking, y'all still looking for y'all leader Caesar. Remember when Caesar disappeared for a little while and they thought Caesar was dead? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all still searching for Caesar. Planet of the Apes ass, you fucking monkey. Listen to the hate. No one get blocked. I just want him to look stupid. Benno, he said, get a job, bro. Why I need a job? I just got 285,000 on one video. What do I need a job for? Where you work at? No, shooters, stand down. I got this one. Ben O, where do you work? Yeah, don't lie either. Ben O, where do you work? You tell me where you work. Where you work, Ben O? Motherfucker talking about, oh, Ego, get a job. Okay. Where you work? Let's play the game. You said I should get a job? Cool, touche. Ben O, where do you work? Ben O, was you just disappeared or what? He said I'm an Air Force airman. My pops was in the military. An airman, that's what you get when you first started out. See, I know the ranks. So an airman is only gonna get a certain amount of money because that's one, you're not no tech sergeant or chief master sergeant or anything. So you an airman. That's like the first level. That's like the first level of the military. So what you talk about? So how much you make a year? You said I should get a job. You an airman. You an airman. That's cool. You serve. But you an airman. They say he an E1. You get out of boot camp and become an airman. So what you talking about? You didn't even have to study no test. You didn't have to study and pass the test to become a tech sergeant. Okay. He said, you're right. I'm sorry, bro. Nah, there ain't no sorry now. See, you thought my pop served. Shout out to Travis Air Force Base. Bay Area shit. I know all about the AFEs, the BX. See, you talking my language now. We talking about, so you're an airman. That, I know the military because I'm a military brat. That's why I used to live in England. Don't try to back off the blocks now. You told me to get a job. So what, I should enlist in the military? What you saying? I should be an airman like you? Something you didn't have to study for? You just got out of boot camp. All you had to do was pass boot camp, became an airman. And I'm not dissing my veterans, trust me, because I got a lot of people that follow the channel that serve in the Marines, the Navy, and also the Army. So please be clear. I'm talking about this specific person that told me to get a job. Why I need a job? I'm my own boss. You don't have a chain of command in the military as an airman? If you having a problem with one of your co-workers, who you got to go to? Let's break down the chain of command. You want to talk? You want to talk that real stuff? I need a job. Okay. So hypothetically, he said because you're sending the wrong message, so I got to get a job because you have someone that you got to work for. Nah, let's break it down. You're an airman, right? When something goes wrong, let's say you can't get along, you're in the barracks or something, can't get along with your coworker at work, right? Who do you go to? Who do you go to? Who do you go to if you can't get along with your coworker? Someone on your squadron. Okay. Where's Ben at? See how quiet it get? Where's Ben O? Who do you go to? You're an airman. You have a situation that you can't resolve amicably with that person. Where do you go? Where's Ben at? Where did he go? See? We're going to get to the bottom of all this. Ben. Oh, shit. See, we got to do it. Because Ben, he in the military. We got to use military terms. Ben went AWOL. You know what happens when a motherfucker go AWOL? When they go AWOL, they put a all points bulletin out on you. They will find you. And then they'll incarcerate you. We got an AWOL. I know this military shit. My dad was in the military. Over 20 years. He served. That's how he put food on the table for my whole family. Okay. I respect the military. Marines and the Navy. Everybody type AWOL. A-W-O-L. We got an AWOL right now. And we looking for Ben. Everybody type AWOL. Okay. He went AWOL on us. You know what AWOL is? That's the worst thing. You getting discharged, Ben. We got dishonorable discharge. He AWOL right now. He tell me to get a job when AWOL. AWOL was when your contract's not up with the military and you just flee. You MIA right now. Y'all better stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Talking about get a job. You have a situation, you got someone to speak to. When I have a situation with my job, you know who I speak to? Hi, I'm Egov. Nice to meet you. That's what happens. Boss shit. I'm gonna show y'all again. Good job, Ronald. If I have an issue with someone at my job, I'm gonna show y'all who I speak with. Yeah, so I have this issue at work. What seems to be the issue? Ego 1, ego 2. That's how, because I'm my own boss. That's who I deal with. How you gonna tell me to get a job and you still have to answer to somebody? Huh? I know he can't answer. My shooter clapped him. Stop playing with me, man. And listen, be clear. This is no disrespect to people who serve. Shout out to all our veterans. This is to this person who we don't even know if he really is an airman, to be honest. Because that's what he's claiming. Motherfucker really probably works somewhere else. Work at Publix and shit, talking about he an airman. Because that's the first thing he can think of. But we still found a way to get him. See, this is how you know they don't have a point. I'm making points explaining where I'm coming from. And he said, get a job. You don't think if I was in a situation where I felt I needed a job, you don't think I would get a job? So what are you talking about? Why would you tell me to get a job? Why would you tell me to get a job when I just did a Daniel Cormier video and it has 285,000 views in less than 24 hours? And you telling me to get a job? Ego, you know Publix even though you're on the West Coast? Yes, because I travel. Because once again, I'm my own boss. That's why I travel. These dudes talking that slick shit. Oh, you should get a job. The black channel, they're all on crack. They need jobs. Like, you use more government assistance and drugs than me. I could bet you that. Mitchell, log the hell off. He said, talk boxing, man. This subject is boring. Nope. Log off. I don't care. We're not here. This is Ego's army, not Ego's Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing shit just for Mitchell. Shout out to, man, it's good to see my own people. Shout out to Vallejo on the check-in. What's happening? 707 shit, man. Feel me? Hey, bruh, feel me? These get smacked up in this hot seat, bruh. See, y'all don't want me to go back to old me. Back in the days of the scraper. Man, we stay ready. You had to get ready, man. You feel me? Go back to that Bay shit. Really go hyphy on y'all dumbasses. But I'm a businessman. You know that because you catch me at my places of business. Stop playing with me, man. Back to the situation. We know what's what. We know what's what. We see what's what. So we just gonna wait. Someone said, I'm dying, bro. Shout out to E40 Hillside. Ooh. Woke up in the AM. Gotta go to the Bay, never been there. You should like it. Cool people. Shout out to Sacktown 916. You know I got a lot of family out in Sacramento. Macramento, Mac Road, Citrus Heights, Natomas, you know what I mean, Watt. Sacramento definitely in this mother. Let's get it. Ego, I heard the Bay is a lot like Louisiana. That's why a lot of cats in Louisiana kick it out there. It's weird because the Bay is like a mesh of everything almost. You know what I'm saying? Because I heard Jay-Z, he got on the Too Short beat. And he's like, man, I was in Oakland like Brooklyn. He compared Oakland to Brooklyn. But a lot of people from Atlanta a lot of people from the Bay moved to Atlanta. Some people come from Atlanta out here. You know, people from Texas be out here fucking with Bay Area artists and shit. So LA. Sometimes the LA and the Bay be beefing, but I want unity for my state. Even though they trying to cut it into like 4 different sections. That's some dumb shit. How you gonna make my state 4 different parts? Yeah, he said murder doves. Hey, you already know. That's that Bay Area shit. Shout out to my people of Vallejo, the Crest, Murder Doves, The Point. Shout out to the SCO, North Richmond, Seminary, High Street, the Flats, Fairfield, Vacaville, Sassoon. We all out here, man. Yeah, y'all gotta hit up the West Coast. Man, shit. You'll enjoy the West Coast because we got better weather than y'all got it. Oh, wow. He threw it back. Rodriguez says the Norteños versus the Serranos. Hey, he brought it back one time. Hey, he brought it back. Y'all funny, man. I was just in Dallas for Errol Spence's fight. I loved it. I'll come back. I want to go to Houston too. But anyway, man, this Joshua situation is it's beyond funny. Like I said, the best thing they should have just said their intent. Boom, boom, we trying to fight Povetkin. You got next. Boom, 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 and it would have been cool. Nobody would have been sweating it. But when there's a certain message that's put out that's like propagating falsehoods and stuff, it's hard. It's hard to just sit back and allow that. It wouldn't have been, like I said, I keep using this. Keith Thurman, he let you know what it was. He said, I'm not fighting that motherfucker Errol Spence. That's it. At first he was entertaining it. Oh, Errol Spence, he's a good welterweight. That's how Keith would say it. He don't even say welterweight. He put an A in that motherfucker. He'd be like, yeah, Errol's a good welterweight. But at first he would entertain it, and then he was like, hey, you gonna keep the fans waiting? Someone asked him a question. Not gonna happen, baby. 2018, you're not gonna see it. He's doing his thing, I'm doing mine. He told you what it was. And some people got mad. I mean, I was kind of angry because I wanted to see it. But at least there's no charade. you notice like Keith Thurman, people aren't even really he got all the flack he was gonna get, he already got. He's already done. You know what I mean? People already they heard what he had to say, and then they took it how they took it, and then we move on. You know what I mean? Some people are still, but you don't see a million videos being made about Keith Thurman right now because he's just kind of on the sidelines deciding what's the next move for his career. Do you get what I'm saying? But this Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn keeps doing interviews. Joshua ain't really saying much, but Hearn keeps doing interviews, so therefore it's still a hot topic because he keeps contradicting himself, keeps saying this and that. And like I said, just notice, tell me I'm lying. Notice these in-depth Eddie Hearn interviews. They're always just him talking for the most part. It's never a situation like when he announced the DAZN deal and it's just anybody who's at the press conference can ask him something. It's always a one-on-one quaint with frequent collaborators type shit. You know what I mean? And either they don't know all the details or they don't think of the perspective that some of the real fans and like people think of on like YouTube and shit like that, or they're not going to say anything that's too intimidating. Nothing that's too tough. And that's just what it is. What y'all beefing in the comment section? The other thing is, why hasn't Anthony Joshua... See, and that's what I'm saying. I have to believe that you co-signed this because you haven't done anything. You haven't said nothing about this. So, I mean, like... Eddie Hearn keeps clowning Wilder like, oh, he's the Instagram champ and he things aren't done in social media. That's not how deals are made. But Wilder's up here, he's up here gaining new fans because he's not isolating and alienating himself, but he's showing that he's willing to show face. Like, as soon as the Joshua fight fell apart, he did an interview with Brendan Schaub. When shit's going on, like, oh, we sent $50 million, he's getting on Instagram telling the fans. So while Eddie Hearn's sitting up here trying to roast Wilder, that's actually gaining and raising the profile of Wilder because it makes him more relatable. Just like me. I know some of you guys don't get it. Oh, shit, Egos. He cusses in his live streams. He's putting up a picture video, he doing this, he's saying what he feels, and they can't understand it. Like, how does he keep growing? They can't understand it. But that's because I'm the people's champ. Some things aren't for everyone to understand. People at the end of the day like truths. I told you, some of my favorite comedians is because they're relatable. If somebody, like, the way, the pompous attitude that Joshua and Eddie Hearn sometimes come across with, if they were comedians, I don't know if I would find them as funny because I don't know if I could relate to what they go through. You know, relatability is huge. You know what I mean? Like, if Eddie Hearn, oh, the other day I was eating my tea and crumpets and I decided, who does that to a salmon croquet? Like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Who puts parsnips on a salmon croquet? I mean, really? Like, I don't know. That's not me. So I can't relate to that. So that wouldn't be funny. That, you know what I mean? That joke. But if Jamie Foxx or Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, Jerry Seinfeld, they have situations that are more relatable, like, to me at least. So while Eddie Hearn's like roasting Deontay Wilder, it's making him more popular because he's posting on Instagram, letting fans know, well, I tried to make the fight. Joshua, on the other hand, he's posting stuff that has nothing to do with the failed negotiations. He's not informing the immediate public what's going on. He's talking about, oh, if you had $2 or you spend $2, why you spend it when you could save? Like he's giving tips on how to save money and shit. And see, you wouldn't have to save money if you took that $50 million. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have to tell fables and shit. Let me pull it up. Don't save what is left after spending. Spend what is left after saving. But you wouldn't have to do all that. Hey Finkley, you might have to slow up on the blocking. You blocked like 5 people in this stream, and I don't know what everyone's done. Like the show enough dude, I don't know if he did nothing crazy. Listen, we shouldn't have one shooter who has a crazy body count and no one else has it. Yeah, but you don't have to put everyone on timeout for little stuff like that. They're not disrupting the stream. Like, I don't know what that other dude did, but I'm just saying, like, slow up on the clappage. I lost all respect for Eddie the Liar Hearn. The new app he got, I will not support it at all. Also, the reason he has not signed any great American fighters because how he is a liar. Wow. See, that's what I'm saying, man. I rest my case. The fans are going to let you know what it is regardless. All right, I'm going to close this stream with the Q&A. If you have a question, put Q&A. I'm just going to read random ones before I get out of here. Q&A. I will not respond to any questions that don't say Q&A because that makes it easy to identify. So please put Q&A and then you can leave your question and I'll just pick random ones that I see come up. We'll close. We'll close with a couple Q&A questions. Q&A, can you catch bullets with your teeth? Yes, I got the glow. Next question. Joe Higgins. Q&A, why you always wear sunglasses inside? For the same reason you care why I put eyewear on my eyes. Next question. Listen, if the third question is really like foolishness, then I'm just going to end the stream. I thought y'all had a question. Philip Hernandez, Q&A. Will you support Eddie Hearn's app? Maybe in the future, but not for Joshua Povetkin. Nope. But if there's good fights, I support whatever is good fights. But regarding this situation, no, I'm not getting it for Povetkin fight. I mean, literally, what's Povetkin? He's solid, but what has he done? He was banned for suspended and dropped from all rankings. Came back with a vengeance, immediately got put back on the rankings, and he beat who? Johan Duhaupas and David Price he knocked out. Who David Price has been knocked out like 5 times. So what did he really do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? Q&A, who you got? Canelo or Triple G? Canelo. I think he's superior boxer, has youth on his side. He's angry at Golovkin. He's more educated. So I think he has the better likelihood of making adjustments. Triple G offered all that pressure and never knocked Canelo out, never looked like he had him hurt. If anything, Canelo's own stamina betrayed him. But I never seen a point where it looked like Canelo was getting rocked to hell. And listen, how is it that Triple G, when everyone, the world seen Canelo got tired for sure, and Triple G still didn't do anything? Imagine if you're in there with Floyd Mayweather, who's not even the style of puncher or style of fighter, like in terms of like pure aggression, especially fighting bigger guys, brittle hands, stuff like that. Imagine if you get tired in there with Floyd Mayweather, like Conor McGregor. What happened? Triple G's a known power guy. Canelo was definitely tired, looked wilted, like where he didn't look as fresh. And Triple G put all that pressure on him, still didn't do it. And they still couldn't hurt him. Q&A, Mikey or Bunny. I see it as a competitive fight, but I got to rock with my guy, Mikey Garcia. Based on consistency, I think if you look at him, they're both undefeated, they're both good fighters, but Mikey Garcia has had more consistent performances. And if you ask me, I'm a big fan of consistency. So if one guy has had consistent performances and it's a good 50-50 fight, then I got to go with the guy who's typically been more consistent, unless there's something so stylistically where I'm just like going against the grain. I would go with consistent. I think Mikey Garcia has had consistently better recent performances, and for that reason, I have to pick him. Plus, Robert Easter, his best chance to me is to fight tall, and he doesn't always do that. So for those reasons, I got to rock with Mikey. But I don't think it's a pushover fight. Some of y'all make it like Mikey just destroys him and is non-competitive. And they keep bringing up Javier Fortuna and all this bullshit. Mikey fights nothing like Javier Fortuna, so throw that out the window. Mikey ain't fidgety and doing all the shit Javier Fortuna does. So that's not even a good comparison, unless Mikey does some of that same stuff. Q&A, you think Mayweather will fight again? Not really. I really don't, because like, who's out there? You know what I mean? The longer he waits, the more he's susceptible he would become to losing just off of Father Time. So I think he ended. You know what I mean? You pass Rocky Marciano, just leave it like that. And if you make smart decisions, you don't have to fight again with it money-wise. Q&A, Mikey ready to step up to Spence? I don't want to see that. Not this year. Like, I'm not a big fan of people just jumping up. Unless you the proven dude at your division, I don't see why someone would jump up 2 weight classes and fight the best in that division, or one of the top 3 guys in that division, top 2 guys in that division. Well, it makes no sense. Like, if you cleared out your whole division, okay. Like, Terrence Crawford, he annihilated everybody at 140 at the time who had a name. Jose Ramirez and Regis Prograis, they hadn't really been big on the scene like that at the time. You know what I mean? In fact, Regis Prograis has a fight next week. I'm looking forward to that. But he became a champion because Terrence Crawford left, and that vacant belt became open, and then he beat someone that Crawford had already stopped. You know, this is the chronological order. So Crawford did that, and then he moved up and fought Jeff Horn. So I can understand that. He was just undisputed at the previous division. Well, other than that, I'm not a fan of somebody fighting the best at the division without acclimating. Kell Brook, Triple G, Amir Khan, Canelo. You know what I mean? You fight one of the top guys, especially power punchers, without acclimating. It just doesn't really make sense. Last question, Q&A. Do you think Luis King Kong Ortiz could get another big fight or continue to be ducked? Listen, the power's in the people and the politics we address. Words of Tupac. I'm going to say it again. The power's in the people and politics we address. Whatever the fans put up with and allow, that's what's going to continue to happen. Even if something's happening now, doesn't mean it has to continue to happen. But it will continue to happen if these promoters and fighters don't feel the wrath, feel the pressure of fans who feel otherwise. So yes, Luis King Kong Ortiz is going to continue to get avoided, to get ducked, and not be able to face top level names in his division as long as the fucking fans accept it. If the fans accept it, YouTube channels, writers, media, and promoters dish it out, and nobody says nothing, nobody puts their foot down like, yo, okay, Tyson Fury fought this person, a cruiserweight, he picking him up and kissing him in the mouth and all this shit. He calling out Wilder and Joshua, but Luis Ortiz got a fresh invitation for you. We haven't heard no response. If stuff like that happens, you talking about fighting Briggs, who's, I don't even know how old he is, 40, 50, whatever. You know, you're fighting that. That's not a bad fight. But Luis Ortiz probably more deserving just because he's more relevant, active type shit. Like I said, I actually don't mind the Briggs versus Tyson Fury fight, to be honest. But if it came down to it, I would say Luis Ortiz, just because he didn't get suspended for his drug failure. Cannon Briggs did, so Briggs has been MIA. You know what I mean? So, you know, as long as the fans accept it, it's going to keep happening. End of story. Shout out to Mosquito. He said, true, and unfortunately, there's a lot of so-called fans condoning the bullshit. Exactly. So, that's my answer. Yes, he's going to keep getting ducked. Everyone's going to duck. I don't do that on my channel. I give Luis King Kong all the props. He gave Wilder a hell of a fight. Beat Brian Jennings. You know, he's a quality fighter. He has a crazy amateur record. You know, so I do my best on my end. I can't speak for everyone. I can't speak for what other people are doing. But on my end, I give credit where credit's due. Luis Ortiz is a fucking animal. And, you know what I mean? Eddie Hearn, he's like, he did an interview recently talking about Joshua Wilder. He's like, oh, Wilder survived and he beat him, but Luis Ortiz was the old man. Okay, he's so old. He was younger and he was the mandatory for AJ. And you had both of their careers in your roster, and you never pushed for that fight. Ego, enjoy the rest of your day, King. I fucks with your channel heavy. Appreciate you. So, you know what I mean? It's beyond laughable at this point that people will talk the shit, like say all the negatives or whatever, but then they don't want to see the person that they're talking about. Oh, it's old man Luis. Legend has it he was born in 400 BC. Okay, that's cool. Then you fight him then. If he's born in 400 BC, he before Christ. So you fight him. If he's born in 400 BC, fight him. You see what I'm saying? Like, it don't even make sense. That's like, let's say I'm on the block and Debo's on the block, and every time Debo come through, I tuck my chain. But then I want to talk shit about Debo when he get on his bike and leave. Man, what you got on my 40, homie? Like, oh, nothing, chilling. Oh, shit. Quit playing Debo. And he feeling around for my chain. I tuck my shit and he's like, all right, I'll see y'all later. And then he leave. And now I'm talking. I be having mind control over Debo. When he be like, shut the fuck up, I shut the fuck up. But when he leave, I be talking again. Like, you didn't say that to that man, so it don't matter. I talk shit when he leave. Like, you know what I mean? Luis Ortiz, old man. Okay, great. Fight him. Luis Ortiz, born in 400 BC. Okay, fight him. Oh, Luis Ortiz never changed. Okay, fight him. Oh, Luis Ortiz overrated as a South. Fight him. That's it. Just keep saying that. That's what I want you guys to do. When someone badmouths Luis Ortiz, say fight him. Fight him. That's it. Nothing to talk about. Oh, but Luis Ortiz didn't fight him. Luis Ortiz can't fight him. That's all you have to say. Just say fight him. Like, everybody got a 2 cents to say about the man. Oh, Pez, fight him. Who cares? Fuck what you talking about. Fight him. Oh, but he was old. Fight him. He old. Get his old ass out of here then. I'd love to see it. A great fight. Let's see it. Fight him. Luis Ortiz never really beat. Fight him. That's it. Just cut him off right then and there. Fight that man. Same thing, Errol Spence. Oh, but Errol Spence, the Ocampo fight was rigged. Fight him. Oh, but Errol Spence, if Kell Brook was at his comfortable weight, fight him. Oh, Errol Spence never fought a guy. Fight him. Oh, Errol Spence, fight him. That's it. Every time they go to talk, just say fight him. Oh, Wilder should fight him. Joshua, why would he when he said, hey, fight him? Like, just cut him off and just say fight him. That's how we doing these cats. Why would he come to America? Fight him. I'm trying to say in the UK, fight him. That's all you have to do. These dudes have no answer, I promise you. So how you gonna talk shit about a guy you don't want to fight? You know, Tony Bellew, I like Bellew too, but I'm real. Bellew says something, oh, Wilder's, I have a better heavyweight. Fight him. You have a better resume than Wilder. Fight him. That's it. You know what I'm saying? He's down to fight everyone, Tyson Fury and all that. Why'd you say you don't want to fight Wilder because his arm wrapped around you? You get what I'm saying? So you can't say, oh, his resume. Fight him. That's it. Just fight him. That's a great fight. Wilder will get credit if he can beat Bellew. Bellew will certainly get credit if he can beat Wilder. Fight him. You want to fight big ass Tyson Fury? Fight him. Fight Wilder. He needs an opponent. You know what I mean? So you can't say, oh, his resume. Fight him. That's it. Because that's a great fight. You mean, oh, old man Luis, fight him. You know, all the guys. And don't worry about Kubrat Pulev and whoever else is out there, Gerald Miller or Joseph Park. Fight that man. Don't worry about Dillian White. Just fight him. Fight Luis Ortiz. If he ain't that, he ain't what. If he's not as advertised, you fight him. Am I lying? It's like nobody wants to challenge Debo, but they all got stuff to say when he's not in their presence. That's actually the kind of one of the plot storylines in the movie Friday. Nobody wanted to stand up to Debo, but every time he wasn't around, everybody had so much stuff to say. Man, I fucking hate Debo. Man, you heard he hitting on Felicia. Bye, Felicia. You know what I mean? That's like almost the same storyline. Everyone had so much gripes about Debo, but ain't nobody wanted to fight Debo except for Craig. Get it, Craig. Get it, Craig. Craig, live to fight another day. We fought with these. I'm a man without it. Man without it. I know that movie. That's funny. He said, you playing with my money, Smokey. You playing with my Why was he in the cover? I don't even understand why you have to be on some real high shit to see a obese nigga in your closet with rollers in his hair. You playing with my money, you like, and he just closed he just closed the cupboard. That shit was weird. So yeah, everyone got so much to say about Luis Ortiz, but he has to fight Tom Hanks' son because that's the only person willing to fight him. A guy, you know, who has nothing to lose, that lost to Andy Ruiz type shit. So he's looking to build his profile and name. You know what I mean? But the guys with everything to lose, like their name, their positioning, their ranking in the division, those guys aren't trying to fight him. Wilder is literally the only person who rose to the occasion with a name that and was talking shit and delivered the shit he was talking. Who else? Name one person who talked shit about Luis Ortiz and backed up what they said. Name one person. Name one person outside of Deontay Wilder, because we know he stopped him. Name one person who talked shit about Luis Ortiz and backed up what they said. I told you, my job is getting easier and easier. I'm going to have to start looking for some new challenges. Ronald Finkley, no. But he didn't back up. Joe Hanks didn't back up anything because he hasn't fought him yet. He might get knocked smooth the hell out. We don't know. The fight hasn't happened. Name someone who talks shit outside of Wilder about that man, Luis Ortiz, and backed it up. Dave Allen, Malik Scott, Tony Thompson, I think had some things to say, but like those guys fell short. You know, whoever the guy he fought in December, Daniel Martz. Robert Singleton, y'all got him singing R&B. Nobody who can give you what you need. Nobody who can give you. Nobody. In the middle of the night with my body being what you man. Gotta go you up and let you. Nobody. Exactly. Wilder is literally the only person with the profile and name that talked greasy, got in the ring with that man, and did what he said he was gonna do. Like Anthony Joshua, I'm gonna take out your trash. They say he the so-called boogeyman. I was never afraid of the boogeyman. Remember? He was doing all them interview. When the lights got dark, I'd never look under my bed. I wasn't afraid of no boogeyman. Cause if he in there, He ain't happy. That's word to Major Pain. You know what I'm saying? Wilder was talking all that and he delivered. Everybody else who's had a thought process that is negative against Luis Ortiz hasn't fought him, or they fought him and came up short. Except for Wilder. Stream King, y'all know what it is. And I'm out. Nah, I'm not even doing no hot seat. They trying to lure me in. Peace out, y'all. Yeah.